Welcome to Board Game Empire. We're going to be showing you how to play and a full playthrough of the game Dice Miner. So basically this is a dice drafting game where you are playing as one of the heroes, and I'll go over those in just a moment. And you're basically taking turns choosing dice off of the mountain here. There's 3 rounds. Each round there's 20 dice that are in up for grabs here. You can only grab the top dice of the stack unless you roll a beer, and we'll go over all this in a moment. Then you can take from the sides and top, but I'll go over that in just a moment. So each player chooses one of the 6 heroes. I chose the Prospector, and they each have their own benefits. The benefits being you get a default die face to use during the scoring or magic phase, depending on what the dice face is. The Prospector, she gives me a gem and a pickaxe. So pickaxes basically turn all cave-ins positive. This is a hazard dice, so So I know I can choose these if there's a cave-in from the mountain and it's actually adding points. Normally they subtract 1 point per little circle that's on the dice. That's cave-ins. And then the other part of the hazard dice are dragons, and they go either 2 or 4 dragons. That would be either negative or -2 or -4, depending on which one you rolled. But he chose the Dragon Slayer. As you can see, it has a shield, and this one is magic. So for him, the shield turns all dragons positive. He can easily have a dragon, and this one in particular has 4 dragons on it instead of 4 negative. That would be 4 positive points. And another cool thing about the pickaxes and the shields, each one that you have multiplies the positive effect. So if I have this dice here that has 3 cave-ins and I had 2 pickaxes, that would be worth 6 points instead of 3. For each pickaxe, it adds an additional point per dot on the dice. So that's a handy thing to have. So you want to choose your hero carefully. The others to choose from are the Alchemist. She offers 3 magic. Each of those is a magic, and what that means, for each magic dot you have on the dice, you get to re-roll one of your dice during the scoring phase. These are individual dots. You can roll 1 dice at a time, whereas on the magic dice, you can see there's 2, 1, and 3. If you have the 3 one, you have to re-roll exactly 3 dice. You can't roll 2 or 1. It has to be 3 dice exactly. And you can't roll this magic dice. You can't use its magic on its own self. But you can re-roll any of the dice except for the hazard dice using the magic. Hazard dice are not touchable. Whatever you choose them as on the mountain, that's what they stay as. But any other dice, except for the magic dice that you're using at the moment, can be re-rolled. The Surveyor gives you 1 pip dice for your tunnel dice, which you're trying to get straights, and 1 magic die. So the tunnel dice are the white ones, and they go 1 through 5, and they have a beer on it. All of them have a beer on them. They all have that. Let's see on one of their dice faces. And I'll go over the beer in a moment, but that's an opportunity to gain more dice from the mountain. On your tunnel dice, they're numbered 1 through 5 and a beer. You're trying to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each set of 1 through 5 is worth 15 points because the way you score them, it's 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. Every straight must start with a 1. If you don't have a 1, you can't score it. The 1 can score also by itself. That's the first number of a straight. So that would be 1 point. So if you have a 1, 2, that would be 3 points. 1, 2, 3 would be 6 points, and so on. So you start from 1, and as many dice you have in sequence going from 1 through 5, you count those dice. And you can have multiple sets. I think I had 3 sets of 1 through 5 by the end of the 3rd round, because you're going to be accumulating dice each round and adding to your dice every round. So by the 3rd round, you would have 30 dice, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you're getting 10. Well, maybe not. If you roll beers, you may get more than the other person. So you could potentially have 30 dice at the end of the 3rd round. So the beer, the way those work, instead of choosing from the mountain as normal, you would re-roll it and give it to one of your opponents. So I gave him a 1, but I get to take 2 dice from the mountain, from the side or the top. So that's a major benefit. That gives you a lot of selection, especially early on in the game. So you would be doing that instead of just choosing the 1 as normal. And they keep that dice. You lose that dice. It's on all the dice have the beers. So these are good unless they have a pickaxe or a shield, because you're potentially giving them points if you say he rolls the beer and gives this to me. Normally that would be negative 3 points, but I have a pickaxe, so that would be positive 3 points right now for me. So he would be giving me 3 points by doing that, but he also gets to choose any 2 dice from the side or top. So if there's something he really wants on there, maybe it's worth it.
Did you mention how the pickaxe actually counteracts all the dices that are okay?
Then there's I stopped on the heroes, but here's the treasurer. That gives you a gem, and you can see it's got these little chests. That's on the tool dice. And what that allows you to do, so this one automatically allows you to do 2 at the end of the round. It allows you to cache however many chests are depicted. So on the dice, it's 3, there's 3, and there's 2. This one gives you an automatic 2. So this is in addition to whatever dice you might have. So if you have the 3 and the 2, that would allow you to cache 5 dice. And what that means is you get to save 5 of your dice that you have right now as they are, put them to the side, and they do not need to be re-rolled.
Including the one that this one.
Right. You can also cache this dice, which will allow you to continuously cache 3 dice at the end of every round. And the reason you want to do that, because at the end of every round, all the dice you have in your pool, you have to re-roll. So all that hard work you did to make all those sets and things will go away, but you might roll something better. You never know. So you have to roll all your dice over except for the ones that you've cached. So that's very handy. The treasure dice are pretty cut and dry. It's however many dots you have on there is the number of treasure points you get. It's 1 for 1 dot. And of course it has the beer. It's 1 through 3 on the treasure. The beer, of course, you can re-roll it and give it to your opponent and take 2 dice.
But remember, whoever has the most also gets a bonus.
Oh yeah, during the scoring round on the treasures, if he has 3 and I have 2, he gets to double the score for his treasures for having more. If there's a tie, no one gets to double theirs. So it's a very easy game. Very a lot of strategy, because you're choosing which dice you're going to take, and a little luck because you're rolling the dice. So we're going to start out by filling the dice miner mountain. You just randomly drop dice on it until you have 20.
Yeah, I think that is.
Nope, it's 20.
All right.
Right? 20. Okay? So right now we can only take one of these 2, but if he rolls a beer after he gets some dice, you could take from here or the top. So,
No one's gonna be doing it.
We need to roll to see who goes first.
And whoever gets the beer.
And beer automatically wins on that. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and choose the gem. And you just keep them on the same dice front that you chose from the mountain. I know you didn't want to give me that one.
No.
And I'm going to take a magic dice.
Oh, I have to take that one.
These are positive for me, remember, because I have the pickaxe. So that's 2 points instead of being hazardous. And ones are good because they always score at least 1 point. The first round, you're not going to score that many points because you're basically just gathering and trying to get sets going for your tunnel dice. I didn't have any beer.
No, not today.
I'm not going to grab that one because those are points for me. Okay, so that was a pretty uneventful one because we didn't have any beer, and the first rounds are kind of less eventful. So there is a nice score pad that you can score to 3 rounds. So first is the magic phase. So I get to re-roll 2 if I want and 1 if I want. I'm liking these. I'm keeping those. I really don't. I'm just going to re-roll these 2 to see if I can get more than 1.
And I get to re-roll 2, 2, and 1.
That worked out. I got 3s. Yeah. And I'm not going to use this one because I don't need to re-roll anything.
So, but I used this one already.
Okay. You have to roll 2.
I did roll these 2 at the same time.
You have to roll 2 on this one. There's 2 dots. You have to roll exactly 2.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, got it.
Okay, so he got his straight he was trying to get.
And that block, the shield blocks does that. So I'm done.
Okay, so now we're going to make sure I'm naming these right. That was the magic phase. It's called the scoring phase. So first we're going to score our tunnel dice. I only have 1 tunnel dice, but that's 1 point. He got a set of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it'd be 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 3 is 6, plus 4 is 10, plus 5 is 15, and then he scores another 1 for this one, so he has 16 points. Then we're scoring our gems, or treasures. I have 1 by default on here, plus my 8, so that gives me 9 points. Plus I had the most, so it doubles, so that's 18 points. And he had no treasure. Okay, on the hazard dice, these all score positive for me. I only have 1 pickaxe, so it's 8 points. If I had more pickaxes, those would double, triple. Okay, so
I have the shield.
He has the shield, so his 4 dragons count as 4 points. And then we just tally it up. We do a subtotal.
I have 20.
So it's 27 to 20 after the first round. Okay, so now you get to the replenish phase. So I have this dice where I can cache. So that I am going to cache one of those.
Yeah.
And those.
Okay,
the rest,
that was awesome.
Reroll all your dice except for the ones you cached.
Ooh, got some, wow, got a lot of beer.
Okay. So now we're trying to refill this. And the next starting player is the one with the least amount of points. So Anthony will get to go first this time.
All right, so
It's going to be hard for him to ever beat me on treasure.
So when I do this, I could get that, right? When I roll it?
Yeah, you roll it, give it to me, and then you can get any 2 that are on the side.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay. He's rolling his beer. Cool. He gave me a 2.
Can I get this one?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what. Actually, I'm not doing that one. I'm not doing it. I can get this one. Which is better.
Okay. Oops, turn that.
I can grab that one, right?
Yeah, where was it?
Underneath this.
Yeah, because there wasn't anything on top of it, right?
Mm-hmm. Don't know what to get next. Oh, actually, I could get this, but it doesn't fit me, but there's no 3.
I don't know if you can take that one.
Which one?
Actually, because that's not technically the side
Yeah, that's fine.
or the top.
Yeah.
These are the top.
All right, so I'll grab these then. I can grab these 2 if I roll right. Yeah.
Actually, I'll get you this. Take that one and this one.
Okay, I'm gonna roll this one and this one.
Okay. So this is the end of the second round. So first is the magic phase. I have 4 or 3 that I can re-roll one at a time. So I'm spending this one. Oh, I'm trying to get rid of those dragons. Spinning this one. Did it. And I'm spinning this one to try to get rid of this dragon.
It's 2.
Okay. I have 1 set.
I got 1 more.
These do not score because I don't have a 1
Still didn't get it.
or sequence.
All right.
You don't get any. Oh, you got 2 small sets. Okay. All right. So now we are doing the scoring. So I got 15 from this set, and I got nothing for these. He got a total of 6. The treasures 6, 7, 8, 9. Mine doubles for 18.
I got 6.
He got 6. Okay. Then our hazards. I have the pickaxe. All these are positive. 1, 2, 5, 8.
I got pretty much 5. It's the pickaxe.
Okay. He has a shield.
Shield.
Okay. 5.
Mhm.
All right. And then we do a subtotal. So got less points this round. 37 to 68. Wow. Okay, I'm going to cache 3 dice. I'm going to cache that one and these 2.
Yeah, I cached my 2.
Or do I want to cache? Actually, I'm going to cache these.
Actually, this is the last round, isn't it?
Yep. So now we re-roll all of our dice.
It's
A lot of beer.
not for me.
I'm not giving you these though. You're not getting those. Oh, let's fill this up. And we should have exactly enough dice to fill it up the last time in the bag.
All right, I go first.
Yep.
So ball. And okay. It's not worth doing yet.
And the cachet ones really don't mean anything at this point, so.
You get that one?
No.
All these threes. Your turn. Your turn.
I know. Okay, so now we do our final scoring, and I have a lot of magic where I can re-roll, which is nice.
Yep.
So
These three.
I'm re-rolling these three.
Oh.
2. Re-rolling these 3.
And these 2.
Oh.
Ooh, got it.
Re-rolling
these 2.
That part. All it needs a 1. Re-roll these 2. And I have one more I can re-roll.
I got one more I can re-roll with that.
Re-roll this. I don't know why I didn't think of re-rolling those. That was kind of dumb.
All right.
It was silly of me not to re-roll those. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, so we score our tunnel dice at 15. He has 15, 16, 18, 21, 22, 24, 27, 28. I think he made a good comeback this time. So I have 6, and you have how many?
I have 8, 9.
So he gets 18. I should have re-rolled that one. These are all positive. I have 2 pickaxes. So 2, 4, it's 8 points.
I have 11.
Yeah, I didn't play very well. I should have re-rolled that and that. I was too focused on the
Yep.
tunnel dice. Those would have been easy points. But I mean, I've still won, but I should have known to roll those. I had tunnel vision. Wow, you did well that round. 46. You got 57 in one round. So, 14. I barely won. 97 to 94. So he made a really good comeback this last
So you beat me
round.
by 4 points last time and 3 points this time.
Yeah, our points have been very close. So as you can see, this is a fun game. It's if you like dice drafting, kind of roll luck of the roll, but it's a fun little filler game. As far as replayability, I think I'm hoping maybe they come up with an expansion with more of these.
I'm hoping more different
And maybe
dice.
different types of dice. That would make this game have a high replayability. But, I mean, you could easily play this game several times and it would still be a lot of fun because there's different heroes. And we've never played with more than 2 players. It might be more fun even with more players. So we'll have to get Quentin to play with us and see. He didn't want to play for some reason, even though he really wanted to play this game. But
Yeah.
his video games were more important. So hopefully this video helped you to decide if this is a game you would enjoy playing. It's a very easy to learn, very easy to teach. So this would be a great family game, great game to pull out when you have friends over. You could easily teach them and be up and playing in like 5-10 minutes. So thank you for watching. Please give us a like. Feel free to leave a comment. We hope you're already subscribed. If not, please subscribe to our channel. And we look forward to seeing you next time.